Yo, what's good, Ninja? OG over here from Player Essence, and welcome to the video that I have here for you guys. So everyone has been basically telling me all day, hey OJ, you're gonna talk about Wolfenstein. Hey OJ, did you see the Wolfenstein footage? Hey OJ, look at Wolfenstein. Hey OJ, link to Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein this, Wolfenstein that. So yes, if you didn't notice, Wolfenstein 2, we've got some direct feed gameplay footage courtesy of Game Explain. So shout outs to you guys for getting that footage out there. So I wanted to talk about Wolfenstein, but guys, like you see here in the title, I'm not going to be the one to hype up how good this game looks. I'm not going to be the one to say, oh, look at this. The Nintendo Switch can do so much more, because we all know good and well that this is before the Genesis. This is before the Day of Reckoning. You guys know the behemoth that is called Digital Foundry. They're going to get their hands on this game and they are going to rip it to shreds. They're going to grab their rulers, their calculators, their magnifying glasses, and count every single pixel, no matter how right or wrong that they are. And people are going to run with whether the game looks good or not based on what they say. Because using your two eyes, that doesn't count anymore. Okay, that does not count anymore. Not until Digital Foundry gets their hands on it, then they can tell you if the game looks good or not. And like, I'm joking, but at the same time, I'm like telling the truth. But no, honestly, guys, like the game to me so far looks pretty good, right? But I'm definitely not going to hype it up. Obviously, we need to wait and see what else comes from it. It's probably going to be missing some effects or doing some things that it doesn't do on the PS4 and Xbox One. The same old song and dance that we saw with Doom on the Nintendo Switch. And the reason why I'm being a lot more cautious with this one than I was with Doom is because there was just so much drama. There was just so much stupidity that played out from all of these elitists, these PC dudes, from other people out here saying, oh, well, this is how Doom is supposed to be. You play Doom like this. How dare you want to play Doom anywhere that you want or anything. So I'm just going to chill. I'm just going to chill on this one. But yes, looking at the game here, it does look like it's been improved over Doom on the Nintendo Switch. You can see that tech rolling. It looks good. Panic button. This is their third attempt on the Nintendo Switch when it comes to games. They've done a phenomenal job. I thought they did a great job with Doom. Obviously, some people disagree. Either way, regardless of the case, getting Doom on the Tegra X1 in its full entirety, right? So no compromises in terms of levels or geometry or anything like that is really impressive in my opinion. And it seems like they're doing the same thing here with Wolfenstein on the Nintendo Switch. So let's go ahead and break down a couple different things with this footage, some stuff that I noticed, and also get into some things that you guys have been saying. So the first thing that I want to say is that I'm not surprised that this game looks as good as it does as of right now in terms of how it runs on the Nintendo Switch. I'm not surprised. This is Panic Button. They've been doing a phenomenal job when it comes to Nintendo Switch, and a lot of their games have, yes, looked very much like the PS4, Xbox One, or they've done the best job that they could in order to make it look good enough for people to say, yo, that actually looks pretty good. So I'm not really surprised by that, and I don't understand why other people are surprised by how good Panic Button can do in terms of this, because remember, this is once again their third attempt on things, their third game, and they've just done a phenomenal job. Rocket League looks amazing, Doom looks really good. So yeah, this one is no exception. But I also think one of the biggest things with this game that people aren't talking about enough is the fact that they can focus on single player, right? When you have a game that's multiplayer, you have to fine tune things for that. You might have to drop the resolution or take out details or do certain things. It can just take time away from actually optimizing your single player experience and putting everything you got into making sure that looks the best that it can. So I do feel that with Wolfenstein 2, since there is no multiplayer across any versions of the game, but particularly of course with the Nintendo Switch, they can really just focus on that, because online has been somewhat of a weak suit for Nintendo before their online drop. So there might have been issues with that there, to where it took time away from optimization on Doom, to where they can get it going and they had to release some patches and some other things. But I think with Wolfenstein 2, you're not going to have any of those issues, because they don't have to worry about that multiplayer, because they already know what they're doing when it comes to the id Tech and the engine, because they already made a whole game on the Nintendo Switch. They've got more experience with Rocket League. So to me, it makes perfect sense that this game is looking as good as it is right now. So I do like that about it. But I also think a couple of other things about the game itself. Remember when you used to play games and the first thing you noticed was the gameplay? I think that's something that some people aren't noticing enough with this one here. They're just talking about graphics, graphics, graphics. How about the gameplay? This looks like an old school shoot 'em up style, like old school shoot 'em up, looking really cool, dual wielding weapons, just going through like the quarter based levels. And just kind of to compare to Doom, Doom seems a little bit more open, and I've heard other people talk about that as well. But now seeing the footage in action in terms of the Switch version of it and kind of comparing it to what I've seen from the Xbox One version, very comparable. Doesn't seem like they're changing any of the level layouts or anything like that, so you don't have to worry about them downsizing or making it like a portable version of the game. It's actually Wolfenstein through in and throughout on the Nintendo Switch, anywhere that you want. Now, the footage that we're seeing obviously is docked play, so we're gonna have to see how it performs in portable mode as well. But if it's like Doom, it should be pretty good, and I think it could even be better because of the stuff that I talked about before in terms of experience and of course in terms of the id Tech and no multiplayer this time. So I'm looking forward to a lot of different stuff with this, man. I like the gameplay so far. You guys know that I'm not the biggest of first-person shooter fans, but if I'm going to play a shooter, it's definitely going to be something like this to where I can dual wield. Kind of reminds me of GoldenEye just a bit. So looking over all the different gameplay mechanics, we still need to see how that's implemented a little bit more. If you've played Wolfenstein 2 on there, you see how the upgrade system works, but I've never played the whole game like all the way throughout, so I want to see if it's better than Doom, because Doom has a lot of cool upgrades that you can get, a lot of challenge rooms and different stuff that you can do that kind of makes it really gamey, and I'm not sure if Wolfenstein goes to that length. Now, Wolfenstein is definitely more of a cinematic experience when it comes to not the frame rate or making jokes or anything like that, but the game itself, right? You have more of a story. The main character talks more. You have a bunch of different characters. You have a lot of different drama going on. Whereas Doom is just kind of like go, go, go. You're just like shooting and killing things like the whole time. Your dude barely even talks at all, if he does. I think I've heard him say like a couple different things before, and most of them are like when he's getting shot, he's like, oh, or he's getting hurt, you know, then he says something. So outside of that, this game is a lot more story heavy, a lot more story based. So if you're into that more so than just pure gameplay like Doom kind of is, then you might like Wolfenstein 2. You might want to check out Wolfenstein 2 on the Nintendo Switch, guys, just because, yes, I know it's probably going to be a full price type of game. I get it. It's probably going to be like that. But at the same time, once again, you can't take this one anywhere that you want. And I want to see more third-party support on the Nintendo Switch. So I'm going to be supporting this game just because I want to see more support. So when a good port comes out, and if this one is good, which it's looking pretty good, then it's definitely worth supporting to me at the full price. Now, I didn't buy this game on PS4 or Xbox One full price because the prices just drop. And once again, to me, it's almost a little bit of a liability when you can't play that game anywhere. For me, I kind of want that at this point in my life. But at the same time, like, I still think that having it on PS4, Xbox One, I know they have some enhancements to Xbox One X and stuff like that, or they're going to do that or something like that. There's still some great gameplay on there as well from what I've seen. So I'm just happy that there's just more options for people to play the game, for people to enjoy the game. And I think that this one here, when it comes to Wolfenstein, is going to do well on the Nintendo Switch. I think it could do better than Doom, depending on when it releases, kind of what goes down with there, and of course what the behemoth says about it, because yes, Digital Foundry does affect sales quite a bit when it comes to stuff. Skyrim is one of the best-selling third-party games on Nintendo Switch just because of some of the stuff that they've said, in addition to it being Skyrim as well. I'm not going to put everything on Digital Foundry and make it seem like they're the reasons why the game sold good on Switch or well enough on Switch, but I do feel that it getting close enough, or as close, or it being pretty much right in line with the PS4 version was definitely a big help. I don't think this game is going to come as close to Skyrim just because of the frame rate. Obviously, Wolfenstein is 60 on the other systems. It's going to be 30 on the Nintendo Switch, but I do feel as long as it ups Doom, I think it has a chance to do better than Doom in terms of Wolfenstein 2 sales. So we'll have to wait and see on there. So I'm not going to sit here and hype up the graphics just yet, but I will say I'm excited to see more, and the footage is looking pretty good to me, at least with my own two eyes. I don't have my rulers and calculators out, so I can't count the pixels for you guys, but it looks good to me so far. So what do you guys think about the gameplay footage here? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. Got Facebook and Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of Player Essence across the internet in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon, Twitch, and YouTube live gaming pages and consider supporting Player Essence. When you do so, it gets you access to all sorts of cool benefits, perks, rewards, and emotes via YouTube sponsorship. Plus, we also have PE Arena on Saturdays where we play with the community for up to 4 hours and get you exclusive access to that. So definitely check out more information, link in the description below. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to Player Essence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you for the next video. Peace.